Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again. See, my thing is, I think about just kind of I guess once upon a time, I had a female that I had encountered at a gas station. I was literally at a gas station, and she was just there. Just, you could tell she was just really all kind of depressed. Saw the tears dried up on her face, and long story short, I gave her some resources to help her out in her situation because she has some housing issues, and just a lot of things. So I just was like, here's some resources that can help you out. But that ain't what she wanted. She told me out front that it'd be nice if she could get some backwoods, you know what I'm talking about? Just give me something to roll up and smoke. That's what I really care about right now. So I think really, with all that said, I never heard back from her because I wasn't that kind of guy to give her something to smoke on and some extra money on the side. Because oftentimes, that's what, unfortunately, you get a lot of guys out here doing. A lot of guys would simp just to have a female around him. He'll just do what it takes to keep her around. But in this case of the initial process of having her around, he'll trick by giving her some money or something to help her out a little bit. But see, really, it's not a guarantee that she's even going to, I guess, do something for you back in return. See what I'm saying? So you can't be caught up in whatever desires you have for her when it's all said and done. If she ain't reciprocating, what's the point? And I've talked about this a lot. So I'd say this, you got a lot of them that still try to live their best life, even at their worst of state, when they know they need help. They got kids that ain't been fed. You got a house that you barely can keep, bills you barely can pay for to keep your utilities intact, and yet you're still trying to go out and live your best life. If a decent man shows up trying to give you some resources, you'll scoff at that because it ain't him really giving you what you really want. What you really want is that roll up of some backwoods and some cash. That's kind of what they really have in mind. Unfortunately, I think really, to a certain extent, a lot of chicks, what they consider being a gentleman is a guy just treating them out, if you will. Really, it's really tricking her out, but they see it as treating her out, but nothing in return for it. You should just do that just because that's what a man's supposed to do. That's how she'll look at it. Even at her worst of state, she'll never be grateful or thankful. And that's the one you avoid. She's not a true damsel in distress. She's pretty much, as I've said before, she's not in distress. She's coming at you with finesse, and you just got to avoid it, whether damsel or spinster. But yeah, you got a lot of these chicks out here that continue to live their best life despite being at the worst of state. And that's the sad part. Fellas, you just got to, from my perspective, not really giving advice, but I would say just avoid a chick that just still wants to go out, do her thing, even at like 7 in the morning. She's smoking up, riding around, nothing else going for her. And there's nothing you could do about it to reach out to her, to have her see things differently, to shed some light into her situation. She'd rather stay in the dark. Even in her worst state, she ain't trying to look for the light. Thanks a million.